Let me share my screen.
So hi guys, this is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to the second BNB chain Grand DAO round 2 demo sessions. Um, it's actually the second time that DoraHacks help BNB chain to run this grant. The first was launched last year's, like in the middle of last year's. We received 200 plus submissions, and right now the total submissions have accumulated to 300. So we have another 100 plus new projects participating into the grant, and including you guys, obviously, are like the top level among all of the teams. Um, so for this grant, we have divided into 7 tracks. The first is DAO and communities. Second, metaverse, gaming, music, and NFT, all in one. Third, frontier technology. Fourth is the DeFi. Fifth, public goods. Sixth, crypto, Twitter, and social. And final is ZK project. And we believe today we have teams from the frontier technology and the public goods tracks. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hope you guys can all have some fun during the demo sessions. As the order showed, the first team gonna be the iCross. I won't speak too much and won't take you guys too long. But before we start, keep in mind that since we have five teams, each teams will have no more than 10 minutes for the presentation, including Q&A part. So don't make it too long and complicated, and focus on the most important part, please. And for all the audience, if you have any questions for any teams during the sessions, please feel free to ask in our YouTube and Binance Live chat room. We will ask those questions for you. So yeah, without further ado, let's welcome the first team, which is iCross, to start. I believe it's James. So
Yeah, hi. Hi everyone. My name is James. I work for CrossChain. You guys can see it. So yes, just
yeah,
starting now.
we can see it.
The camera is just playing out. It's okay. We'll just want to introduce our project is icrosschain. So in the past, we see the blockchain technologies and all the DeFi, a part of the DeFi as well is it's developing a lot, and we see the problem between the other chain as well because of speed, the timing, and the transactions and fee. So after about a year, we research it, and then we come up with idea. We build our system blockchain. And then just in the presentation today, I'll just talk about our team, who we are, also why we're choosing system to build, and then all the feature of that. With the future development feature as well, will come on the presentation as well. We did some comparison between our blockchain with other blockchain as well, and finally I'll do some demo as well on that. So first thing we talk about our core team member. So Mr. Hong Chen is his CEO, or he's the founder as well. Second head is his legal team. Mr. Tang is a chief technology officer. So he's got a big team in the back, so helping to build the system. Katie is our partner manager. Mr. Do Zinyi's Katie is a marketing manager. Hong is a product owner, and myself, I do present as well. Is a security manager, and we just recently joined by Kevin, is CEO. So we talk about why we choose them. We choose build system and then all the features. So our question is very easy to use. We got lowest transaction fee in the market at the moment. We got like every transaction swap, which under one, I think under 60 seconds at the moment. It's the fastest one we got. And we support about 11 chains at the moment, with total about 7,000 tokens in total. I'd just say it's, DeFi and all the cryptocurrency. We concentrate about security system. We make sure no errors at all. And also we got our system. We've got a support at 24/7 as well. With the new feature, we planning ahead of this year or next year. We enable some stacking on our platform. We want to do is release some ICC token launch, and in the future we enable the DAO future as well. And at the moment we on the second stage of building our wallet, so it's called icrosschain wallet at the moment. And as you can see, we did some comparison between icrosschain. So we support layer 1, layer 2 block. We support about 11 blockchain at the moment. So time swap at the moment is about 40 seconds and to 90 seconds. And the fees, we've got the lowest fee is about nearly 5 cents each transaction. So it's, like I said, token, we support about 7,000 token. We've got our feature stacking, and because minimum swap, we put about $5 at the moment. And I'm just trying to show you guys the demo, how we swap it. Just a second. Let me share my screen again, sorry. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So it's our website, so called icrosschain.io. So at the moment, we see the roadmap we have, it's phase 5. So basically, we've done everything in the state, just about to launch now. And we got integrate stuff like that. But I'm going to show it to the app as well now. So at the moment, as you can see here, are using, so we support MetaMask to join the EVM, and which also we support non-EVM as well. So it's the Solana. So at the moment I'm trying to see. So at the moment I'm choosing the BSC as the up the center, and I put $6 here, and I try to get some BNB. So the system will be calculate that when I hit swap, they will calculate it here. So reference there. We've got routing here. So it will be changing the price and the date, update the price every 10 seconds. So when I hit half that, once you see here, it's confirmed by the MetaMask. You can change the change fee. So at the moment is the timing, is the countdown. And you can see here, when you see that, you can view that transaction as well, the house and everything. And on the receiving, you can see here on the transaction detail as well. Also, I can change the different. So that's one block, one blockchain. So what I do now, I'll try to using different chains. So at the moment we've got BSC to fund them. So at the moment they calculate it. It's using some backend. So try to swap that. Confirm. So that confirm here. You can change on the gas as well on that here. So it's confirm. It's waiting. So our system at the moment, we at this stage we build the best thing, which is monitoring that system. Also, we support any problem with the user when they try to swap and then got failed. Sometimes, as you know, the RPC on different block maybe is overlaid. as maybe couldn't return back to the house as well. So we did support if it got to fail. Our system would automate retry every, I think, 2 minutes, and then if couldn't the RBCs to overload, if you can contact us straight away using Telegram support, and then we want to do it. If you want to refund, we do as well on the support. So basically here, so you can view straight away. It's the money's out already from BSC. It's depending. And also, if you go here, you can see here because system we got some. Also, we got transaction history as well. So you can see here, we've done that, and we see successful, and then you can see that transaction is still pending with other chains as well at the moment. Just waiting for this. Is it got anyone got a question at all?
Yeah. So during our waiting, I think we can start the Q&A part first. It's actually pretty clear to me. I get the most part. One questions will be, like, we all know that the current multi-chain bridge, one of the biggest problem is about the hacking.
Yep.
The risk issues is relatively high. So, like, what actions you have taken or you plan to take in the future to to protect the users' funding and also the security for your own protocols?
So we do the research and we know exactly the problem is. So at the moment we got so our system on the back end we got about 10 at least 10 validator. So every transaction we're using that 10 validator, like at least 3 of them to validate the transaction hash address as well. And also we with the coding we want to make sure that the cost script on that. So we do at the moment we engage the one of the audit company to help us to audit that code as well. So at the moment I think 2 things at the moment we engage at the moment. As you know, we are the start off, so we try to get some investor coming and then try to slow down that. Yeah. So you can see here, it's sanctioned. As you can see that's complete them successful. As you can see, you can refresh that page as well and see that transaction successful. So
cool. Yeah. Makes sense. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for your presentation. And
thank you.
Yeah, make perfect sense.
Yeah.
So let's jump to the second project today, which is the Snap task. Hi, Anna.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you can
You will have a beautiful day today. Okay, I will share my screen now. Okay. Today we bring our task marketplace called Snap Task to introduce you to the community. As you know, Snap Task as a decentralized Upwork and linking for Web3, we are on a mission to connect the freelancers to the best Web3 projects, as well as to support projects in optimizing their human resources. So what we saw in our Snap Task, from the perspective of the employers, they can easily open tasks and find talent freelancers. They save time when finding talents, and they can easily pay with any cryptocurrency, especially by their project's native token. From the perspective of the freelancers, they will have a big working ground for both unemployment and the employee already. They can easily find a job and earn money and have chance to use the earn money with many campaign programs celebrated by us. Okay, I will show you how it works. For the task creator, you can mainly create your task, control your task progress, and pay your freelancers. In the creating task, you can easily communicate what task needs to be done, filling your requirements such as skill, experience, or career field. You make a fixed price for each contribution and set up your payment with any cryptocurrency, including your native token. In controlling your task progress, you can assess potential freelancers to fill your skill gaps by viewing their profiles and their proof of work. You can classify them and choose the right ones and review each submission to make sure it meets your requirements. And then after the freelancer complete your task, you can pay directly to freelancer wallet after completing a task and then rating on their performance. For the freelancers, you can get access to building your own on-chain CV, contributing to a task, exploring hundreds of interesting tasks, and getting paid that deserve your performance. In building your CV, you can show your great proof of work and show your talented skills to attract the employer. In contributing to a task, first you will go through the detailed task requirements, and if the task is right for you, you can do your best and submit your task, and we make opportunity for you to happily discuss with the task creator while your submission is on reviewing step. And you can get paid directly to your wallet after completing a task and get rated that deserve your contribution. So if you use the Snap task, you can get the low commission, decentralization platform, the reputation, transparent smart contract, crypto payment with any cryptocurrency, and we offer gasless transaction for the freelancer. About the business model, from the task creator, you can get a 10% commission, and if you choose premium service, you can use the get access to open tasks as many as you want, and you have no entry to the number of freelancers that you can hire. From the freelancer, you can use freemium model or the premium service. For example, if you join a free account, you can only get one task per month, or you can only receive tasks with lower payment or lower level of skills. So if you upgrade your account to premium, you can get tasks with no limitation about the amount, the payment, or the required skill. And these are our target user. We welcome all of you to use Snapchat, both the employers or the employees. And we also already defined who are our competitors or might become our competitors, as well as our competitive advantage. You can see on the screen that we define Upwork, labeled as freelancer.com as our strong competitors. However, we strongly believe that we have a greater points. Different from other projects which limit your payment currency, covering in fiat or some specific cryptocurrency. The Snaptask is a 100% decentralized and automated task marketplace, allows individuals, projects, even organizations to pay with any cryptocurrency, including token or NFT, especially with your project's native token. And Snapchat also offers gas fee transactions with incentivize users to bring higher mass adoption, because we think that the more friendly and convenient service that we offer, the more users will enjoy our service. Snapchat means nothing if it lacks my great team. So I want to show you our core team. As you can see that most of our core team has tech background. They are senior developers at minimum, and we speak with assurance that we have a strong tech team. In addition, we also have a creative and market acumen marketing team and design team. And here is our social channel. I appreciate that you guys will explore and follow our journey. And finally, to prove what I presented before, I will demo our product. Because of the limited time, maybe I can only demo the freelancer account. And I hope you guys will be interested in experience all parts of Snaptask. I will change my screen. At first sight, you can see a list of top tasks here. You can sign in by a Google account, Twitter account, or Facebook account. And please note that one account only can show as one drone. Only, for example, only freelancer or only employer. I will explore more tasks. You can see that there is a big pool of fields you can easily choose as long as it's right for you. And let's go through the profile. Not that to run a task, you have to connect your wallet first, or the employer cannot know how to pay you. The proof of work show how many tasks you already completed, and you can review them here. The rating shows how your employers rate on your performance, and you can edit your skill here. Adding or removing is possible. And here are the review of your performance made by the task creator. For the other creator can show before they approve you to join their task. And you are in the task marketplace. To each task, you can see the title of task, how long it has been posted, how much you can earn, the duration you have to do for this task. The entry means you can freely join, or you have to apply and be approved by the task creator. The head count shows the maximum amount of freelancers joining the task and how many freelancers already joined. In addition, it shows the skills that are required from you. Okay, let's see the detail. In the task detail, you can view the detail requirement to consider that you are suitable or not before choosing to join the task. This task I already drawn, so I will explain for you some step here. You can see that the task is divided into 3 main stages that are doing, in review, and pay. Doing means you already shown the task and in the process of completing the task. In review means you already submitted the task and wait for the review from the task creator. If the task creator approve your submission and they feel everything is okay, they will pay you here and give you the rating. SnapTask has terms and policies to protect the rights of both freelancers and employers, and we are actually responsible for making you guys get your benefits as much as possible. And that's all of my presentation. I am looking forward to seeing you guys experience our product and leave feedback. Thank you for your listening. Do you guys have any questions?
Cool. Yeah, Anna, thank you very much for the presentation. So, very quick questions. Refer to the products. So, for example, if task launcher, this guy, or you can take me as an example. I will be the task launcher. I launch a task and I received a couple freelancers to claim my task. And let's say one of the freelancer did a pretty good job. Basically, his work is qualified to claim the rewards. But in the end, even because I can see the result first, I can see his work first. So basically, I get his work, but I don't want to pay him. So even though the work works, but I would say no, it's not works. But anyways, I got his works. So what is your plan to prohibit similar situation happened?
Firstly, we don't allow the task creator to download or get access to the submission. And secondly, and as you said that there is a problem that the freelancer works well, but the task creator said no. And we have a third party with technical knowledge to clarify and like we assess the performance of the freelancer, and we can fairly estimate their work. And if the freelancer work well but the task creator didn't pay them, we will ban this account and we don't allow them to get access to the SnapTask anymore. That's it.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so let's jump to the next project today, which is the cookbook. And yeah, we will have Jackson to come to the stage.
Is this working?
Yeah, it's working. Good to see you. And feel free to start.
Thank you so much. I wanted to say thanks for Binance for this opportunity, as well as DoraHacks for hosting, and Chris, thanks personally for kind of sharing this with us. My name is Jackson, and I'm heading developer relations for Cookbook. And throughout most of 2021, me and my co-founders met and we're scaling up this consulting agency. And so we built up this team to 11 people. We're all technical developers as well, and started educating a lot of the people we were bringing on about how to build in Web3, from Solidity to Web3.js to Ethers.js, and realized there's a lot of core missing infrastructure that these developers are expecting when they come from a more mature ecosystem like Web2 development. And so to address some of that, we started building out Cookbook, which is the front page for Web3 developers. So kind of summarizing some of the stuff that I had just mentioned, but developers have a lot of struggles when they're building. Contracts are hard to source, so are libraries. And then even once you source them, it's hard to verify their security, and there's no documentation often, or really bad documentation when you find it. And even once you've got through all of that, there's a really complicated testing process that people have to manually go through and learn, and not a lot of reference material. And this materializes into very real business costs, including time loss, dev costs, necessary re-audits of contracts that are often audited already or have very minor changes, and difficulty innovating, which leads to a chronic dev shortage across the entire industry, which is a pain felt by every single business operating in Web3. So we built out Cookbook as a place where you can find any contract or any Solidity library. You can find them really easily and have all the accessory information about them that you need, including comprehensive documentation, analytics and audits, and easy deployment, as well as integration into whatever your development workflow is. Here you can see a little bit of the platform, which I'll go into a little bit more in depth in the demo. But on the left side there, you can see all of our tags, as well as a list of contracts that you can find with those tags. And on the right, you can see the individual contract page, which has stuff such as the simple deployment, downloading the source code, information such as the ABI, the bytecode, verification information, audits, as well as social credibility analytics, like who else has deployed them and when it was last published. Web3 developers make up a tiny fraction of the market, and our goal as an industry should be to increase the number of people so we can build more, get products to market cheaper, and accelerate the development of Web3 in general. And just a crazy statistic out there is that there's 9,000 Web3 projects in active development. When you look at the 18,000 Web3 developers on the market, that's only 2 engineers per project. We think that this is a perfect time to introduce Cookbook to the marketplace because there's a lopsided market, which means there's more projects than developers can service. Additionally, a lot of Web3 educational programs have matured, creating a ton of entry-level developers. If you look at developers in the ecosystem historically, there's been a linear amount of them compared with the amount of money coming into crypto. And what that means is when crypto's been in a bull market, a ton of developers have gained interest and moved into the space. But between 2018 and 2020, when markets were tanking, prices were going down, no new developers were really entering. And this has really changed during this bear market. And that's because there's a lot of protocols, a lot of platforms that have good funding, that have a big investment and interest in bringing and investing in those developers coming in. And so for the first time, prices are going down, but there's still a lot more developers coming in through platforms like Alchemy University, Developer DAO, etc. And then another reason is that there's a critical mass of these contracts and libraries. We have developers all over that are creating contracts, creating libraries, but they don't have a good place to share them and to build trust around them. And so we're here to provide that sourcing infrastructure. As you can see, this is just a little bit of a look at the metrics and the people that have been using our platform. They've been continuing to rise over the past couple of months as we've been developing, iterating, improving the platform, and putting it out to them. And here's a little bit of a look at the team. There's me, and then we have Tyler and James. These are both developers, my co-founders. We've been building together for 3 years in the space. We have Peter helping with legal, and then Sam's come on to help with growth and marketing. He has 2 exits under his belt, hosts a Web3 podcast, and has been helping a lot in bringing in partnerships. Cookbook, our goal here is to aggregate all smart contracts, all libraries, and all other resources and tools so that Web3 builders can have one place to source everything they need to keep building. In doing so, we aim to remove the friction to build and deploy and onboard the next 10,000 Web3 projects, as well as the next 1 million developers into the ecosystem. And with that, let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a look through the platform. Okay, so I've just switched tabs. I'm just double checking that that went through. And looks like we're good. So this is the Cookbook platform. As you can see on the homepage, you can find any smart contract, build your project faster. We've got a list of different types of smart contracts you can find up here, as well as a list of different projects where you can find all of their smart contracts. So if I want to go into Azuki's contracts, I can see here their NFT sale, their 721A, a little bit of information about the project, links to their GitHub and their site. And I can also go in and look directly at the code of this platform. So here I have the code for their really famous 721A contract. I can see who's been downloading it. I can deploy it, download the source code, and all of the accessory information that I need. Going back to the homepage, I can scroll down and see some of the new people who have joined the platform, as well as the new contracts that they've added. We've got a tagging system we've implemented, so you can find different voting contracts, different game-related contracts, different library-related contracts. Got a little bit more information about the site overall, as well as some of the chains that you can deploy from directly from the user interface, and FAQ. But what I want to do is show you guys our deployment process. So if you come up here, and we're just going to go ahead and deploy a simple token. This is going to be an ERC20 token built off the Open Zeppelin standard. If I click this, you can kind of see the source code here. And yeah, it's a fixed token that just takes 3 different arguments that you pipe in, passes it into the Open Zeppelin ERC20, and generates you a token. I'm going to go ahead and click on Simple Deploy and then fill out some fields. So we'll just do test v1, and that's going to be tst1. Going to make a token supply of 1,000,000 tokens, and then the decibel amount, you can see here we've got some little details that can make it a little more easy and intuitive for people that are not as developer savvy. We're going to click 18 because that is the decimal value we want for tokens. And then I can pick a chain, and here's all of the test nets we've got, as well as the main nets. I'll go ahead and deploy this on the Binance mainnet, and if you'd like, or you don't have any BSC, you can click on this to get a link directly to where you can acquire some. I've already got some in my wallet, so if I click deploy, you probably can't see this, but my MetaMask is popping up right now, and I'm clicking on confirm. And then right now, this contract is getting deployed directly from my own MetaMask wallet. So if you connect your wallet to the platform, it's not going through any third-party middleware. It's literally getting deployed and owned completely by you, whoever is connected to the site. And just like that, we've got this token minted. I have the contract address here. If I click it, I can copy it. I can drop it into my MetaMask. I click on import tokens and just paste it in, and it'll autofill all of the information. And I can also go and manage my contract. So if I click on this, then I have all of the different function calls I can use to interact with the contract, all of the read calls, all of the write calls, and I can use these actually to go ahead and transfer. So if I wanted to transfer to another address, I could just paste that address in here, paste an amount. I don't have an address pulled up, but anything that you would put in there would directly call the contract, allowing you to interact with it. And our goal here is to build out a content network that developers can use not only to source their contracts, but also to show off their portfolios. So if I wanted to go here, I can actually find an example, Elliot, of one of the developers who's come to our platform and used it to upload some of the contracts he's made. And so here you can see his own profile page, as well as some of the contracts that he's made. And he has some YouTube tutorials linked here that any new developer can use to start building, say, off of a lottery contract. So if you're a developer, you're interested in finding ways to build in Web3, finding new cutting edge contracts, or contributing to an open source community, you can come here, click contribute, create your profile, upload anything that you'd like, any smart contract, anything on EVM to the Cookbook platform, and get started with building. That's Cookbook, and that's my presentation.
Awesome. Yeah, great job, Jackson. Thank you very much. Questions from the audience, actually. So he asked, so ChatGPT can write documentations. So have you used ChatGPT to write documentations before? I'm not sure how that related with the Cookbook, but yeah, feel free to answer.
Yeah, no, we're actually using that. We've been experimenting with that with the team, and it's actually been really incredible. And so we're going to be using this for people that are independently contributing to be able to get an easier way of documenting their smart contracts. We've found ways that you can put in the code and ask in very specific prompts information about the contract you've uploaded, and then have it generate in really amazing detail what that function is used for, what arguments get passed in. And so we're expecting within the next month or two to use ChatGPT and leverage it to make it much easier for developers to contribute and much more informative for new developers when they're stumbling upon newer contracts or contracts where the developers didn't have the time to go in and write thorough documentation.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Yeah, just one quick things just coming to my mind is that I believe doing like for ChatGPT to write some documentations and also like coding, I believe ChatGPT is not that accurate. So just keep in mind in that. But
Of course.
yeah. But
Yeah.
in general, great job. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have a little asterisk there, and it's going to be in beta for a little while, but really excited about what the future is bringing to the combination of Web3 and AI.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's jump to the next project today, which is a FinQ. So Shanjie, yeah, feel free to start.
Sure. Thanks, everyone, and thanks, Chris, for introduction. My name is Shanjie. A little bit self-introduction. I did my PhD in quantum physics last year, and now my day job title is a quantum computing specialist at a corporation. In 2020, I joined FinQ, which is our quantum technology community, and helped fund it to a legal entity. So a little bit summary about what we do here. So FinQ Tech, or FinQ, is one of the largest quantum technology-focused nonprofit organization based in US with a global footprint. I know I may already lost some of you because you may thinking, oh, okay, nonprofit, you are making no money, why you are doing it? So to answer this question, I know that this community is a blockchain community, so I may do a little bit introduction about what quantum technology actually means. Right? So let's go into a quantum 101. It's quite simple, right? The punchline is simple. Is a quantum computer can do better than classical computer because of these three things I listed here. I call it the quantum computing superpowers. Number one is everybody talking about it. It's superposition that allows you to do computation in parallel. And number two is uncertainty. You may think this is a bad thing, but actually it allows you to do stochastic simulations and also sampling from your result. Number three is entanglement. And this is like you can create any type of correlations between, say, two coins. Right? You flip the coin, you immediately know what the distribution or likelihood of the second coin will be like. And this is exactly how a larger quantum computer can do exponentially more things comparing to a classical one. So now let's move into quantum 102. We are moving fast, I know. And the question is that, okay, with these superpowers, what you can do with a quantum computer? To be honest, we don't really know the answer yet, but we actually know some good guesses. So those are some things that I listed here. Number one, we can maybe do a global optimization and a global search. We call it the Google search. Number two is that we may be able to simulate a quantum system. Number three, we may be able to do a dense neural network really in a really cheap way. Number four, maybe you guys are more interested in that maybe we can break the RSA really soon with a quantum computer. And number five is that we may build some more sensitive sensors, such as clocks, magnetometers, gyroscopes, sort of thing like that. And I'm not going to into detail of each of them, but if you're interested in any of these topics, well, please join FinQ and let's discuss it. So now we talk about what are the people are working on quantum computing. Well, we can see here there are many of tech companies and startups trying to build all these type of things like hardwares, like trying to build some softwares, and eventually applications that I mentioned in last slide. And there are like end users. And actually, everything listed here are kind of like the iceberg on the sea. So there are something that don't really publish newses, but actually doing a whole lot of work, such as national labs, universities, government, consulting firms, etc., etc. To be noticed that so one thing that we're trying to do at FinQ is trying to connect all these dots together to making sure that everybody's common goal is shared, such that, well, people are knowing each other better. Okay, now we can talk about like how quantum computer is developed. And here I marked a bench line at about 2000. And I realized one thing is that before 2000, most things are actually theoretical. And after 2000, people realized that there are ways we can control these small systems, and we can do it experimentally. And everything started moving really fast afterward. So, and as for today, there are many breakthroughs in last year, and here I choose the two of them. Number one is that we can prove that the quantum error correction actually works. That means that we can actually build some logical qubit that is much better than the physical ones in the future. Number two is that we may find some ways that can do the factorizations without beyond Shor's algorithm, right? So that probably means that the quantum day they're saying are probably more closer than without. So, well, there's another thing good about FinQ is that I really like is that you probably won't miss any of these kind of breakthroughs if you join FinQ. That all these topics that basically we have discussed thoroughly in our community, which is another good thing about it. So talking about what we are expecting to happen in the future, this is a estimate done a few years ago. So there are some things that we have already checked, like supremacy. We have checked that. People are more care about crypto agility. Check that. And we have some standardized post-quantum cryptography also checked. So they're saying that we should expect something happen this year that is we can prove that quantum can do better in some meaningful way, in some profitable way. Let's put it that way. And also that we can expect some financial companies are going to use FinQ in their pipelines. So that's another thing to be expected. I do believe these two things going to happen quite soon. And something else that is probably even bigger, like bigger use cases, something like that. And hopefully by now I have been convincing you that quantum is important, and eventually we will have quantum computer, and this will be important in our life. So next thing that I want to talk about is what we are actually doing here at FinQ. So the animation didn't really come through, but it's okay. So I'm not sure if any of you are the fans of SMBC. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy their comics. And this is one of my favorite when I was a theoretical PhD student there. So you can see that there is a theorist talking to an experimentalist saying that, oh, you just need to get two protons really close to each other. And it should be really easy. I have told you like 3 years ago, why is still not done? So it doesn't really need to be a high energy physicist to understand, oh, this is really a silly question, right? Because, well, it is hard to build a high energy collider. But thing is that why it is so hard, you have to explain it. Then it probably takes the whole engineering team to tell you the answer, right? So it's just the same thing when you are talking about building a quantum computer and use it, right? There are many different type of challenges. I have listed some of them. For example, you want a really great multi-qubit gate, or you kind of want to prove theoretically that quantum computer can do better than a classical one, or something else like you want to create a absolutely safe cryptography algorithm, which probably is impossible. So you can see that those silly questions may take a really expertise people to answer them, and some of them may be even not well defined, right? So we realize that maybe I cannot answer all these questions at the same time. Maybe I can answer one of them, but it takes a community such that it knows everything. You can have all your questions asked, your silly question asked. If some people think your question is silly, that's good because you're asking the right person, right? So that's the reason we're building our FinQ. So talking about our members, we have, yesterday I checked, it was like 438 people that we have in our community. And we estimate like from our survey result, half of them will be working on a PhD in quantum or already get one. So we have a lot of expertise. And if you think about like how many of PhD students of PhDs in this world, I would say like maybe a couple tens of thousands is a good estimate. So if you think about that, maybe this is 200 is actually a really big number, I would say. So yeah. And next slide actually is my favorite slide. So I have been working with our core community management team for a period of time, and those people are great people that have expertise on all kind of things. Like some of them work for a quantum startups, some of them working for a financial firm, and some of them working for big tech firm as well. So while those people have expertise in all these kind of things, I'm really an honor to working in this team, and quite exciting. Yeah. A couple of things that we do, right? Number one is that we are trying to invite people with expertise to giving this lecture series, talking about all kinds of things about quantum computing and other quantum technologies. And also that we are trying to find some industrial use cases. We are also trying to break it down into easier terms, such that a general community can understand what quantum computing can do and why it can do it. So, and also last year we did a couple of things. Number one, we're growing our community. We kind of doubled our size. We add 4 more core members. We have held like 10 workshops that service a lot of topics like PQCs, like quantum sensing, like ecosystems, like machine learnings. And we hold 2 case studies, and this is like a bootcamp sort of thing. We teach people how to use a Cubo to do optimization globally. And also we did some evaluations that people care about of all these quantum startups sort of thing. And another one that we did a journal club. We gathered 12 PhD students, and we focused on publications. We focused on the recent meaningful publications. We have presented it, we discussed it. We gathered some donations. Some of donations coming from DoraHacks. Thanks for that. And we hold some small consoles, those like a discussion at some major in-person quantum events, like Quantum World Congress and Quantum to Business. And also we hold a annual meeting that also a gathering of us discussing what our breakthroughs are, what our challenges of quantum computing at Washington, D.C. last year. And this year we're going to do it again in New York. And also we got a new web design, so feel free to check it out at FinQ.tech. Okay. So what we are trying to do next is simple, depending on how much money we get. So number one is that, well, even though we are burning rates are low, we are all volunteering working, we are all using minimal amount of money, but still we need some more money to get it more sustainable, right? So we're trying to make sure that we keep delivering knowledge to the public. We are trying to getting more people into it. with their interest. Second thing is that we're trying to get more globalized. We're trying to get more bilinguals. We're trying to make sure that everybody is equally treated in our community. So number 3 is that hopefully we can get some more perks to our members, such as if somebody wants to get a certification in quantum computing, we may be able to reimburse it. And also maybe somebody wants to use a real quantum computer, we may be able to give them some credit to that. Number 4, if we're trying to, if people have really good ideas and coming to us for support, we are willing to help them to do that. Just like DoraHacks doing for the blockchain community, we're trying to do the same thing for quantum community as well. So yeah. So yeah, if you want to join our community, please, there are a couple of ways to do that. We have LinkedIn page, we have website. So please contact us, and you know my name. Just search me on LinkedIn. I can add you to that as well. So yeah, that will be my presentation. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, Shanjie. I guess I won't have any questions because it's pretty straightforward, and on the technical side, I'm not able to ask any deep questions, but would love to know when the event of the quantum happening in New York City, because I'm based here. Would love to meet you guys in person as
Perfect.
well. And also, yeah, also let me know when like those content for general community can be viewed. I will definitely be one of the viewers there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, I will tell you when that will happen.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. So let's jump to the last but not the least project today, which is the FilSwan. I believe they're also a very good, old good friend. So Charles, feel free to start.
Yes, and sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Hi everyone. So I'm the founder of the FilSwan network. FilSwan is a layer 2 cross-chain solutions which helps Web3 projects to integrate data, computing, bandwidth, and payment in one switch. So basically, like what we have now in Web3 is that we have over 9,000 tokens, more than 500 SDKs, and when you start a payment or storage or do anything, like you need to consider which blockchain I should use, what kind of storage solution I use, and when I make a payment, should I pay Filecoin or pay Binance token or pay Polygon token? And if I keep a whole basket of different tokens, and how to manage the token value loss while I'm doing my Web3 project development. So one example is about the NFT storage, right? When doing NFTs, you can think about storage or Archive or on OpenSea or on different things or using the AWS. So what's happening now? Like you need management all the different way of payment. At the same time, if you're using AWS, it's too centralized. If you're using IPFS, that's because there are no incentives, you cannot guarantee the data is always there. And if you put something on OpenSea, so obviously, like if OpenSea turns around, you will cannot find your data really. So what we did is we're building something called multi-chain storage as one of the first products to support the Web3 community. So with multi-chain storage, you can make a payment from Polygon network or Binance network or other networks to make storage on IPFS. At the same time, all the data will back up to 5 nodes on the storage providers, and you also you will also be refunded if it doesn't match your expectations. For example, I want 5 different locations stored worldwide. If there are only 2 or 3, the part not stored correctly need to refund to us. So there was a DAO organization behind the scene to manage the approval of the transaction and refund. So here, let's just do some demo to say how it's actually working. So this is a website. So currently we have been built. You can just click here, login. it will pop up a MetaMask wallet. You just go to approve the transactions. And you can see that there was a couple of solutions you can do. You can do the on-chain storage, which means that each file you upload it will be backup on-chain. So you can select any file you want, and it will tell you how much time you have to store there, and do you want to pay low or average or high to make a difference. And when you have the data uploaded, you actually for now you can pay Polygon token. We also support a Binance token in the future, and yeah, you just approve it. Then after a few transaction time, your data will be stored on the Polygon smart contract. After the smart contract is done, the data will be have a copy on IPFS node. At the same time, when you have enough data accumulated, it will back up to FICO nodes. There can be 5 FICO nodes at the most. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to do the transactions of the confirmation. Yeah, while we are doing the waiting for the confirmation done, we can go here to check one user case. This is a snapshot done by one of the community members. They use it to back up all the blockchain nodes. For example, we know that Polygon nodes or Binance nodes has been very large, can be 1 terabyte. So how can we store that? We store the data on the bucket function, but we also keep the important data schema as the information, chunk the data to different pieces as a JSON file, and we can using the mint function to mint the NFT, store the important data on the smart contract based on the 1155 contract standard. At the same time, you can see this is the actual data size chunked with different pieces. Each of them are 32 gigabytes. So with this methodology, it makes sure your important data is actually stored. Yeah. So I think we have some issue of payment. Yeah. Here. So when we have issues, you can repay it. Yeah. Another function we're currently working is the bucket solutions. We have a really large object. You can doing the storage by the bucket. You can either upload one file or can upload multiple files or even entire folders. The same way you can really, oh, it's already uploaded. Choose another one. Yeah. After you upload it, you immediately see it stored here, and you can see the IPFS cache with all the contents there. Yeah, so by this way, you can, the on-chain storage part, you can easily get all the previous informations on the IPFS node, and if you have the billing history, you can check all the payment you have on the blockchain information. So let's go back to talk about the technology behind the thing. So this is the technical stack behind the thing. So when user upload the file, it actually prepaid the token, and token stored on a token is locked. If you're using Polygon, it will be unlocked in Polygon network. If you're using Binance chain, it will locked on a Binance chain network. Meanwhile, it will do the token swap to swap the token to the target chain you want to storage. In our case, it will be the FICO network. After the storage on Filecoin reached on-chain, there's a chaining external adapter using the data oracle technology to bridging the ZK proof from Filecoin network to the original network, which is a Polygon network or Binance network. When they receive the signal about the unlock, about the file on-chain, they will unlock the storage and the payment to the funder, to the vendor. In our case, is Filecoin storage providers. The same technology is using in decentralized computing as well. So during the last few months, we have over 7,000 users uploaded over 500,000 files on the network using the multi-chain storage. And the data has been stored in over 20 locations worldwide in different countries with more than 190 nodes connected to our space. We have transferred over 17 petabyte storage based on different blockchains, different storage providers. We also have a very good community who is using our product. Those are the community we have been developing during the DAO hackathon. We have done one DAO hackathon last year, and then we are going to have another hack day middle February in Toronto. The different projects can using our SDKs and different UI and supporting to develop their own decentralized storage and computing product. This is our token structure. We have 1 billion token in total, and we have 40% reserved to the DAO trader and 20% for marketing. And the marketing part and DAO trader part is to incentivize the entire community building the different DAOs, for example, storage DAO and the computing DAO over the network. The hackathon we are going to do in middle February is about the computing DAO as the next stage. Those are the pricing for the storage and the edge computing. Basically, like in short, it's about 30% of the cost of other networks like Amazon or Google Cloud Computing. This is our project roadmap. We have launching the Polygon support in Q3 2022. Our goal is in Q1 launching the Binance chain. At the same time, we have a new project called sub-DAO project called Lagrange DAO doing the edge computing in the coming months. This is our team. We based mostly in Montreal and Toronto. We also have communities in Vietnam. We have about 20 members with master degree, and most people have over 10 years of software experience and 5 years in blockchain world. This is our investors and partners. We get investment from Pearl Labs, Binance Labs, SNZ Capital, Chainlink, and Unicorn Ventures. Yeah, that's pretty much. And thanks, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, Charles. I guess compared with previous projects, you guys are really more mature, more late stage. So I guess I won't ask too much questions here. But I think except the roadmap that you just mentioned, like what is the exciting things about the products or technology you guys are exploring right now that you would like to share?
Yes, we are really interested in lots of layer 2 solutions. We do notice even with the multi-chain storage, there's sometimes the gas fee is high. So the ZK proof, the ZK Snap, ZK Stark, those technologies are really exciting to reduce the fees and also doing the proving. Another part we are quite exciting is about the next stage of computing, the AIGC, like some people was mentioned before about the GPT chart. So this is something like we wanted to integrate in our product. So next year, people in 2023, people are be able to store their valuable, not just store their valuable data on the multi-chain storage, but they can also pay for the computing, generate interesting NFTs, or generate some computing works, stable diffusions, or GPT chart. For those, we know that a lot of companies cannot afford the expensive computing ones networks. So we want to reuse the infrastructure we already have. Notice that we all have over 190 nodes connected to us. We want to distribute those computing tasks to those nodes and aggregate their computing result back to the consumers using the multi-chain payment to incentive their work. So this is the goal in the future networks. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, very cool. Thank you very much, Charles.
Thank you
for sharing. Yeah. So I guess that's it for today. Thanks for everyone to join, especially for every presenters to contributing your time and efforts for this demo sessions. I believe you guys all did a great job. It's super helpful for us to better understand about your project. And I guess if you guys, I also see that there are also some audience have a couple questions for teams. So, but we don't have enough time to ask here. But feel free to join those teams communities and engage with their core teams. I believe they are more than happy to talking with you guys. And today we will have another BNB demo sessions. So if you haven't followed us on YouTube or Binance Live, but you want to join the demo sessions, please make sure you do that, so you won't miss out the following exciting events that we are about to host for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys again for joining us. Hope you guys can all doing great in the future. Keep building and kick off the best next products in the industries. And see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.